Hi everyone, my name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2018. I've been joined by Till Engel, and you brought a game with you, Adellos.
Yes, that's my game. I invented it, it took 2 years to create, and I self-published it and self-funded it, and now I'm here.
That's quite an accomplishment. Well, congratulations on being here.
Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about the theme of the game?
Yes, of course. So, this is a tactic game. It has 4 players, 2 to 4 players.
Okay.
The goal is, to win, and there are 2 conditions.
Okay.
You can either get rid of all the enemies.
Yes.
Or you can win through a King of the Hill system. So this is the bonus field. If you stay there for 3 rounds, you also win.
So are these like the castles we begin in?
Yes.
And we can potentially march out here and try to capture the
That's one option.
primary.
The other way is to march into other castles.
Destroy them.
You know.
Okay.
So every player has a leader.
Yes.
You've got 3 leaders and to choose from. You have to choose one of them. And if he dies or she dies, you're out of the game.
Okay.
The game takes about 40 minutes. So if you really get kicked out in the early stages of the game, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Like you don't have to wait 4 hours.
Yes. Okay, right. Now you said, out of curiosity, you said you have 3 leaders and you pick one.
Yes.
Are there other pieces that we're not seeing on the board?
Yes.
Okay, so you've already set it up and you've picked one. So you have some variability when you play. You can change it up, have a different leader. Okay.
That's one of the main goals I wanted to achieve.
Right.
So not only does every faction have different abilities.
Yes.
Also, every leader has different abilities.
Okay.
So the goal is that you have to play like 13 rounds to play a game again.
Right.
But until then, you've always playing different games.
Understood.
Which is one of the goals. So it never really gets boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, can you give me a sense of sort of what you do on a turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
So every player has 3 action points.
Right.
In the beginning, you can get more, but we'll start with 3.
Okay.
And in the first round, you have nothing. You have one of your leaders, the one you picked, and you've got star gold.
Okay.
This is one of the 2 resources that there is in the game.
Right.
Gold, the other one is action cards. I will come to those in a minute.
Sure.
So you've got gold, and every unit has a value.
Yes.
You have to purchase them. You pay them once, and
that's
then
the cost.
that's right. That's the cost. So you pay 3. You can use this, place it in your castle somewhere, and you lose the 3 coins.
Sure.
Then there are units that will have the ability to give you money back. So once the game starts and your turn starts, you have units with income, and you will get money as many units as you have.
Right.
So if you have 4 of them, you get 4 gold.
Understood. Okay.
Pretty simple. There's also another unit, which is in this case this one. Every player has those.
Yes.
And this will grant you access to action cards. So once your turn starts, you may draw action cards as many as you have.
Which we have over here.
Which is right. I'll come to those in a second. So basically, you're setting up your army. You can only place them in your castle, and then you have to move out of your castle to place more.
Right.
And you will. So after the first turn, everyone places their armies. The real game starts. So the first player receives his income and his cards. He draws them. He holds them for himself.
Yes.
And then he uses his action points to either move, right, attack, which means like I can now say I'm attacking this, or play a card. The cards will cost 0 action points, 1 or 2.
Right.
So if they cost 0, they're mostly meant to be played in a fight. Like, if I take you, you may play one of those cards or more.
Yes.
Then there are cards that cost mostly 1 action point, which you can play in your turn to give a player hindrances or give yourself a bonus. And then there is 1 card which costs 2, which is like the best card in the game. This is the one you have on your elbow.
Yes, here.
Right, this is the...
Assault.
Yeah, this is the biggest card in the game. If you play this, the player you choose to play this against will have a bad time.
Not gonna like you very much.
No.
Okay, this is how you make enemies in the
game.
This is how you assault card.
There's a lot of cards you can make enemies with.
All right.
So if you played your turn, and you played your 3 action points, you can still buy units, because buying units will cost no action points. It just costs the money, and then the next player plays.
Takes their turn. Okay.
Yeah. So you play rounds. There's one little thing to mention. The undead will not buy units, because a zombie doesn't need money, a skeleton doesn't need money.
Just go to the local cemetery, raise another army.
Right, so you have to summon them.
Sure.
So you will put
a timer. Okay.
Time counters on them.
Yes.
And each round you can place them, you can put them away, 1 from each creature. So it takes like 3 or 4 rounds.
And then it's sort of back in play?
Yeah, and then they are in play.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. I really miss this. I would like to have been able to play this, but I never found it, so I have to invent it
So
myself.
you used that as kind of a source of inspiration, something you wanted to play,
Yes.
didn't see on the market, you brought it out. Well, so is this something that's available right now for people
Yes,
to purchase?
yes. There's an online shop.
Yes?
The link will be on the box. Then you can go and buy it. It will cost 30 euros, which is okay, I think.
Yes?
And yeah, I will ship it to you, and then
Very
you can play
nice.
it.
Well, look, if this is something that interests you, you can certainly find more about it on the website Board Game Geek. And do you have a website yourself that
Yes.
you can go to? What's the website address?
Adellos.de
There you go.
or adellosthegame.com.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the time. Thank you for sharing this. And all of you, thanks for watching. Bye now.